Royal Navy Lieutenant Robert Maynard has been sent to hunt down the infamous pirate Edward Teck, better known as Blackbeard, a demon of the seas. For years, Blackbeard has terrorized merchant ships along the American coast, growing himself a reputation as a pirate lord, feared by all who dare sail. His plundering has put him into the direct sight of the British Empire, who wish for his capture or death. Maynard locates the pirate's ship, Adventure, anchored off Ocracoke Island. Local ships he questioned gave up Blackbeard's position. Knowing the waters were unfamiliar and treacherous with shoals, Maynard waits until dawn to attack. He blocks the area, halting all incoming vessels and sealing off any warning. At daybreak, Maynard sent a small boat ahead to scout the waters. Blackbeard spots it and opens fire. The boat retreats, and Blackbeard, realizing he's been found, cuts anchor and raises sail, steering Adventure towards the shallows. He turns the ship to bring its starboard cannons to bear. As the pirates try to escape through a narrow channel, Maynard gives chase. Blackbeard's ship ran aground on a sandbar. Maynard anchored and ordered his men to lighten their ships. As they dumped cargo, Adventure unleashed a brutal broadside. Cannonballs tear through the British sloops, shrapnel and splinters fly, wood shatters, and blood covers the deck in a thick, smelling red. Smoke rolls across the water, masking the ships from land. On the Jane, about 20 are wounded or dead. The Ranger loses 9 more. Nearly a third of Maynard's forces are gone in seconds. Only Maynard remains among the commanding officers. Gunfire echoes across the water as both sides scramble to refloat their ships. Maynard has a plan. He chooses to hide most of his men below deck, out of sight. The upper deck appears nearly abandoned, a silent lure for the pirates. Blackbeard takes the bait. Adventure closes the distance and hurls grappling hooks onto the Jane. Pirates launch makeshift grenades, glass bottles packed with gunpowder and metal onto the deck. Explosions erupt, sending shards of wood and iron screaming through the smoky aftermath of the desolate ship. Then came the boarding. Blackbeard, leading the charge, storms across the gangplank, his men behind him. Through the smoke, he only saw a small group of defenders at the stern, Maynard among them. Confident of victory, the pirates surged forward. In an instant, Maynard's trap was sprung. Dozens of his men erupt from below deck, muskets blazing. The close-range gunfire tore through the pirates. Surprise turned to panic as they fell, caught between bullets and blades. Blackbeard, undeterred, rallied his men. The deck became a bloodbath. Cutlasses flashed, muskets cracked, and bodies collapsed into gore-slicked planks. Pirates and Navy men clashed in brutal hand-to-hand combat. Maynard and Blackbeard locked eyes through the smoke. They fired their pistols at the same time. Maynard's shot strikes Blackbeard in the chest. Blackbeard misses. They toss aside their pistols and draw cutlasses. Sparks fly as steel clashed. Blackbeard swung with terrifying strength, shattering Maynard's blade at the hilt. Maynard stumbles, defenseless, but help comes fast. His crew surges forward, cutting down the pirates and forcing them towards the bow. Blackbeard's men fell one by one, slipping on blood and tripping over corpses, the tide turning rapidly. Blackbeard fights alone now, bleeding, breathing hard. He still roared in defiance. He raised his cutlass to strike Maynard down, but before the blow could land, one of Maynard's men lunged in. His sword slices deep into Blackbeard's neck. The pirate staggers. Blood sprays across the deck as he faltered, his final strike glancing off of Maynard's hand. He drops to one knee, teeth clenched, eyes full of fury. Maynard's men surround him, and the king is dead. His remaining crew hesitate. Some drop their weapons and surrender. Others were quickly overwhelmed and bound. With their captain dead, there wasn't much left to fight for besides their own survival. The cost of victory was steep. Blood soaked both ships. Maynard would later report that 8 of his men were killed and 12 pirates died. Other accounts suggest 10 were lost on each side. Either way, the price was high, but the reign of Blackbeard was over. It is said that following Blackbeard's decapitation, his body was thrown overboard. The corpse, still alive, circled the ship 3 times before disappearing from sight, affirming him as more than human, affirming him as something worse, something dragged from the depths of hell. Though not reported by official accounts, maritime legends hold this as true. The end of Blackbeard marked the growing trend of the decay of piracy. The golden age was coming to a brutal, murderous close. With his death, another man of legends was slain by the British, forming further fear and resentment towards the British through pirate eyes. As the risk began to outweigh the rewards, piracy declined over the following decades. Suppressed by stronger naval patrols and harsher consequences, the trade was practically extinct in the Americas by the start of the 19th century. Hey guys, thanks for checking out the new video. If you're still here, consider liking it, leaving a comment of what I could do better, and maybe even subscribing. Sorry for the long wait, just had a lot of stuff, so I wasn't able to upload. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see y'all next time I upload.